Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Fins Up. What a week. What a week. And Miami Dolphin fans, let us rejoice. For yet another victory was had today by the Miami Dolphins. I was a little bit worried about this game. Not because we were facing the black hole in Oakland Raiders, and believe me, that franchise is truly a black hole, but in a sense of that we were playing in London. The travel, jet lag, I know they were there already for a few days, but still, just getting used to the whole atmosphere, the whole climate, whatever it may be. I didn't like them going to London. Realistically, folks, will a franchise ever be had in London? Certainly the NFL maybe feels that way, but quite honest with you, I don't think many people care about football in London. And I want to do this recap today by going over some notes that I wrote as the game was going on. So a little bit of a different spin. Key to victory today for the Dolphins, I wrote that they needed to play the first quarter like it's the last. Need to play out in front and not get outscored. We scored 38 points today. 38 points. Boy, was I right in my prediction. It's like the Miami Dolphins heard me. We did not get outscored. Not even close. Dolphins D at the beginning still seemed like they had some jet lag, as the Raiders had at that point marched their way down and took a 7-0 lead. 7-0 lead. No rush on the pass. No rush on the passer, rather. Poor pass defense. There was a high throw as well by Tannehill a couple of series later to Hartline on the third down. Stalls our opening drive. But we get three and trail the Raiders in the first quarter, 7-3 at that point. I also wrote, we have a trend that needs to stop. Miami currently has 17 consecutive possessions without a TD. It was at that point. End of fast, and it was definitely a fast first quarter. Miami still trails 7-3 at that point, but is in the red zone. Then we had a touchdown by Miami. Wallace on a beautiful catch and run. Phins at that point led 10-7. End of trend, which I just mentioned previous. Offense was looking great as Miami extends their lead to 17-7 in the second quarter. Great runs by Thomas and Miller and catches by Hartline, who's actually on my fantasy team. Scored me some decent amount of points. Glad that he finally woke up. 14 straight completions, 2 touchdowns, 204 yards passing in the first half. Any questions? Miami 24, Oakland 7. Cheerio. A great finish. A great first half, rather. Finish to the first half for Miami and a 24-7 lead. Let's finish it. Let's get it done. Tough break for Lamar Miller as he fumbled in the red zone. Defense obviously need to step it up. Touchdown Dolphins. Now 31-7 in the third quarter. Fins up. It just keeps getting better as an errant snap by the Raiders gets returned for a defensive touchdown by Finnegan. And Miami extended at that point the lead to 38-7. Oakland never showed up. They were still back in Oakland. Cornerback Will Davis has not had a good game, I thought, and gets burned in the fourth quarter as the Raiders score. But Miami's still obviously in control, 38-14, which was the final score. To all of the fanatics in London that made the trip, my hat's off to you. tip of the cap. And what's next for us? 2 weeks at home against the Packers. That'll be a big game for us. I think Moreno will be coming back for us. What made it even worse, even better, but worse for the Bills and the Jets fans, they both lost today, which just added icing to the cake. And true to my promise, I always want to give Buffalo Bills a recap, since the Buffalo Bills think that, you know, their team is the best. So here is the recap as they lost. And recap. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great day to be a Miami Dolphin fan. And we're moving forward. Let's go Dolphins.